Today I'm just looking into the chat box over here. So just please put up a hi, hello, and your name and where are you from. Just for the introduction. Go ahead and start the session. So before starting the session, I would definitely like to uh, yeah, I hope everybody can set it up. It would take a minute to stabilize the streaming powers. So just give it a moment. So just introduce yourself by that time. Quite many people are from different states. Very happy to see you guys. By the way, myself. Myself, Dr. David Raj Michael. I am an assistant professor in Sikkim Manipal Institute of Technology over here. Uh, I am a professor in mathematics department. I would be dealing with all the mathematical aspects to you in your classes, maybe first years from second year, first year onwards, of course. And we have right now with me to assist me as well as to be a teacher for your classes. We have Dr. Kiran Sriram over here. Of course, he is also with mask because it's been like right now we are under the corona situation, so we definitely encourage you to have the mask. No, thank you, sir. So he will be assisting us. In fact, he will be there with us throughout the session, acting as a teacher, and I will be acting as a student, and I will be going through whatever you are supposed to do it throughout your semester. So this session is actually split up in 5 different days to not to put everything in a single day, and then it should not be like problematic for you. So to make everything easier, we have split up the sessions into 5 different days, and each day will give you one small uh, topic, and in that topic we will discuss very slowly. So I am going to be as a student from now onwards for the first next 5 days. I'm going to sit with you online. I'm going to configure everything for you, and I'm going to help you start using Microsoft. Uh, I'm sorry for the interruption happened right now. Uh, we'll try to keep the connection as it is. Hope it will be fine. No. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. We are back actually. Fine. As I have already told you that depends on the number of users, so whoever is joining, there may be a slightly lag. But once we get everybody into the stream, then we will be all good. Okay, I would like to also request all of you to keep the chat box in a polite manner, in fact, and also better we will actually stick to the session. So let's post questions and queries related to the session. You are welcome to post all the questions related to this session and related to the Microsoft products which you are supposed to get it and which you will get it, and also related to the Microsoft Teams, especially for you being a student of SMIT, how to attend online classes which you, the student which you are teachers will be delivering. So please post only the questions which are related to the session. Okay. I hope almost all of them are here, which we are intending to. Well, why don't I go ahead and try to configure my email ID. Most of you would have already configured your email ID for you. Let me check my mail for a moment. Just so I have my institute email ID for a student. So I will be using it for this session. So I'm switching back to my desktop and then as expecting you to follow along with me if anybody has not configured it till now. So I'm just going to switch over to my desktop. Okay, I think the audio is fine right now. I think it might be because it's due to something else. Yeah, my input is capturing right now. ഇതിൽ യൂട്യൂബിലൊക്കെ സൗണ്ട് കമ്മി വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. Okay, so I think everybody is able to hear you. So give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear me. Okay, good. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so what we are going to do is what I was saying was I will be configuring the Outlook for you. Be a teacher. Sorry, I will be a student right now for the next 5 days along with you, and then I will be completely configuring the Outlook for you in that sessions. That's what I was saying, and also I will be helping you in setting up everything for your complete semester. So this semester is most likely it's going to be completely online, or at least in until the middle of the semester we will be definitely online. So how do I go about online sessions in SMIT? That's what actually is the goal of this session, in fact. So as I've already mentioned, so we're gonna split up the sessions into 5 different days. So each day will be designated to a particular topic. So that topic we will go through in a very slow, so that every one of you and every one of the student will be access to that. Anyway, so let's go to the browser and type the following. Kiran sir will already have posted it. In fact, I will expect him to post one more time as well. The uh, website address which you are supposed to go is outlook.office. I'm sorry, outlook.office365.com. In fact, what I can do is I can just switch on my this app. Okay. So if you are already having an account, then it would ask you to pick an account or use a different account. Right now, actually, now that's my faculty account, so I'm going to switch to my student account. So I'm going to use another account. If you are not, then it would directly bring you up to this place. So what we will do is we will configure our student account. So right now I have a student account with me. Sorry. That is student. You all would have received the institute email ID, which goes something like your first name and then underscore and then your registration number, which is called as also as an admission number, and then at the rate SMIT dot SMU dot edu dot in. So that's the email ID which you might have got it, right? So let me zoom it for you. So this is the email ID which you might get it. So SMIT dot demo dot at SMIT student dot demo, which I have right now. Sorry for that. Yeah, student dot demo at SMIT dot SMU dot edu dot in. That's my email ID. Your email ID should be first name underscore your admission number or registration number and at the rate smit.smu.edu. Okay. So now after that click on next and then that should ask you for the password. So I did. So next one is the password. So that password would have been already given to you as something called temporary password. That temporary password would have been already communicated to you through your mail. So if you have anybody is not able to find it, you can just post a message in the group, and then Kiran sir would be helping you to get that email ID as well as the password for you. Okay. Fine. Problem? No, it works. It should be fine. Actually, the mic should be fine for you right now. Not sure. Okay. Yeah. Should be fine. It's fine. Okay. So enter your password, which has been given from your institute. For me, in my case, it is. In my case, it is capital V and then UR30097. So that's a password actually is being given from the institute for me for my student account. So for your student account, you would have received a password. If anybody would not receive the password yet, please text it in the chat box. Kiran sir would help you. You can check you can text your email ID and your name. We will be able to help you. Okay. Let me log in again because I took a long time to type the password. Okay. So what this is supposed to do is it should ask you some more information about you. So let's go ahead and click on next, and then must ask you to add your personal email ID and phone number. Let's see what happens. Okay. So the question is, you will need to set up at least one of the options below. So either you have to give your phone number or you have to give your email ID. That's what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my email address here rather than the phone number. So I'm going to set it up now. So I'm going to type my personal email ID. So to set it up, so David, why don't I type my official email ID as well? So david.rm@smit.smu.edu.in. So that's my personal email ID. In fact, for my faculty email ID, what you can do is you can type your personal email ID over there. So type your personal email ID over there to authenticate this email ID. So click on email me. Don't use your work or actually okay. So it does not take my official email ID. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my personal email ID over there. In fact, that's my Gmail ID, and I'm going to click on email me, and that's going to email me a verification code. So if I open my email, and then that should tell me what is my password for that. Let me check where is the another window. Yeah, it's here. So I'm going to check my Gmail right here off the record. Let me check. I'll just show you the message in a moment. You would have received a message. Right now in my another monitor, I'm opening the Gmail. So what it does is it takes me to this place, and then the verification code has come in the updates. If you have this kind of setup in your Gmail, then you must be receiving this mail in the updates. If you do not have this kind of setup, so directly it will fall into the primary email. So right now I am receiving this verification code in the updates. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to open that, and the code is over here 637174. So that's my code. So whatever the code you have received, you just right click and then copy that, and then go to the place where you have been asked to give the verification code, and then right click and paste it there, or you know that Control C and Control V would do the technique. And after that, after pasting that, you click on verify. That's what I did. That's all. So now my authentication email address is set to daviddgl at 2000 sorry at gmail.com. Note down that actually there is a right click over here, right? So it means the check mark over here. I hope that's clear for you, everybody, right? Now I'm going to click on finish so that I will set up my student account. So I'm just going to click on finish. That's all. Once you given finish, then that might ask you to, do you want to stay signed in? Most of us would have already known it. So if you just show this message as yes or no, whatever, doesn't matter. Just give according to your need. Like if you want to be signed in for a long time, then you can click on yes. So I would click on yes because I wanted my email to be there in my browser for a moment, and doesn't have to ask me again and again sign in. So that should take you to your inbox. Boom. Your inbox is right now ready. So your inbox should look like this. You have your inbox, which is Microsoft usually takes you to a tour for looking into all of them. So anyway, I'm going to tell you all of this. So I'm going to close this off, or you can even actually click on this right buttons and then go ahead and see what and all pieces we have. In fact, I would say this Outlook is one of the best emailing system which we have so far come through. Why is that so? Is for many of the reasons. So, since you are with Office 365 official subscription plan, you have multiple features. You can go ahead with the Office 365 emails. One of the feature is grouping the mails according to the subject name or the content names. So that's one of them. And another one is auto reply features. Depends on the message which you receive. So if a faculty is sending you a message, and if you want to auto reply saying that, dear sir, I would like to mention that I am in the leave, you can also set up an auto reply when you are offline and when you want to say that your faculty that you are not going to be there for some days, and then you will get back to him immediately after some time. Okay, so these are the things. Fine. So this is how your Outlook account is looking right now. It's going to be looked right now. I'm sure that actually for some of you this dark background may not come, since I have already used Outlook and then that taking from there. If you see this right corner, over here, and then there you must see your icon. For me, it's my student.demo, so therefore it is actually is asking as SU. That's all. So it takes some of the random letters from your name, email ID, and then gives you the icon over there. So click on that icon, right click on that icon. Before that, actually, I want to check is there everybody is opening their email ID right now? So I want everybody to open the email ID. So please post a message in the chat box that all of you have configured your emails, official email, because anything what we are going to do from now onwards, we're going to use official email ID. In fact, I would like to say that that we are not going to use WhatsApp now onwards for this session, at least because we want to promote Microsoft products because that comes with an official option for you. So most of us will be using our Teams chat as well as the official email ID. You would also receive an SMS from our admission cell whenever we have a new session. So the reminder mails, reminder messages, everything will be sent to the official email ID which you are receiving right now, which you have just configured. If anyone would have not have configured so far, should have configured at least right now by doing along with me. So that's what we are going to do it right now. Okay. But let me check the chat box whether everybody have configured their mails or not. So I have a chat box here. Let me pull it up. Let me check the chat box for a moment. I want to make sure that everybody is up online. Okay, so almost all of you have already configured it. Good. Ashish Kumar Sharma, Ahentam, Subhash, 404 error. Oh, that's a name. I'm sorry, I thought actually it's an error. Please change your name, please. Aryan Sharma, Subhash Nakbal, If you want to ask some queries or something, I would like to say that you have to use English. I'm not opposite to Hindi, but here we have different people who are having different languages. So our common language right now, as of now, is English. So we would like to stick to English. In fact, in the institute, I would also like to mention that in the institute, wherever you go, all the classes will happen in English only. So all of them will be in English. Of course, you will get your local language supports from the faculties which are available here. So all the faculties over here will be comfortable in Hindi, as well as most of them over here will be comfortable in Nepali as well. So you can talk to the faculties. In fact, we have almost all the languages faculties over here. So whatever your language, whether it is, of course, I am from Tamil, and of course, Kiran sir, who is assisting me right now, is also from Tamil Nadu. So we have Tamil, we have, of course, many other languages throughout the India. So you don't have to worry about your language. But for the chat and comments and classes, we would like to stick to the English, because that's the most important thing which we have to make common language for everybody, at least for some reasons. Okay. Kindly message your. Yeah, I think fine. You have that email ID?
Yeah, I'm sending them.
Okay.
Once they're messaging me, I'm sending them the email address via email.
Okay.
Their personal.
Sure. Kiran sir is telling me that anybody who did not have their email ID and then the password, the temporary password, if you give your personal email ID, then that your institute email ID and the temporary password will be mailed to you immediately from Kiran sir's account. So you will receive an immediate mail to that to your account. So please make sure that you have configured all of them. So almost all of you have configured the email IDs, I guess so. So can I move ahead? If I can move ahead, then why don't you give a thumbs up, and then let's see, go ahead further and look into the many of the features. And I would explain what are the options you have right now available for you as a student. So most of you are actually having a good hold on email ID, I guess, right? You are free to go ahead and then play around with your email IDs as well as your Microsoft products, whatever is there. So although I will be showing it, but you are free to do that. One of you are asking that where can you message Kiran sir? You can just message it right here in the chat box itself. Most of you are getting it, so I'm very happy that actually most of you could just figure it out. Please tell your name, if possible, the admission number as well, so that the finding your email ID would be very easy for Kiran sir, and then get back to you immediately. If you are not getting the mail immediately in the span of 5 minutes, then you make sure that you given one more message, one more text message in the chat, so that you will get it. Sir, can I receive mails from others on my Outlook mail? Yes, you can. It's actually exactly equal to what you are doing in your Gmail, but with a lot more features extra. So the official email has multiple features right now to use it. That's what actually is going to be there.
Understand what the sections are.
Okay, the session is about, of course, there are some people actually who's having the doubts in what is the session is about. The session is, today's session is about configuring your institute email ID and looking into the features what you have out of the official email ID. The official email ID what you are having is a Office 365 email, which is a paid subscription version, whichever has been given to you. So you are free to use all the Microsoft Office 365 products for free. So to introduce all the products which are available to you, that's a session actually, and also to bring you to the Microsoft Teams. So in a while we're gonna mail a Microsoft team code for you to join the session. So maybe what I can do is I can just tell you, if anybody is not downloaded your Microsoft Teams, then please make sure that actually you put it on download before we get into that place. One is this. So you just type in Google. In the WhatsApp group itself, I have already mentioned that link. In fact, even actually you can just download it here. So MS Teams download. Just type MS Team download, MS Team download in the Google, and then that will take you to the first link. So Microsoft Desktop and Mobile Apps. So just click on that. In fact, right click on and open a new tab, or just click on it. That doesn't matter. If you are using a desktop or PC, in fact desktop or our laptop, then visit this website. The first website should be, if you have downloaded, if you have written this MS Teams download in the browser, then you must see the first link as download desktop and mobile apps. So you click on that and go ahead and download this desktop app for you, and then install it, of course. So just download it and then double click on that .exe file which has been downloaded, and then just proceed again with the next, and then install it. That's your job right now, if you haven't done it before. So please do it right now. Okay, so keep that things aside. Let me go back to my email. So almost all of them have configured that. Uh, Almost all of them have configured that email. So I'm going to look into my account. So how do I go to my account and see that what are the subscriptions I have been given by the institute? So SMIT has given you a tremendous amount of apps for free from Microsoft. So what you can do, in the right corner, right corner, you see your icon, you see an icon, and if you hover over it, then you will see that account manager for student demo user, which means for you it might be showing that account manager for and your name user. That's all. So just click on that, and by clicking on it, what I have is I have a pop-up which is coming from the right side, and in that I have one link called my account. I hope you can see that my account, right? So click on the my account. So just click on the my account. So by clicking on my account, that should take you to the my account for everybody in Microsoft. In fact, that's a Microsoft page right now, which is the official version of the Microsoft which has been given to you. So what we're going to do is, in this page, your details are there, your security information is there, what device you are using, so everything is there, and of course your password you can change for all of them. So everything, whatever you have, is just an email ID and the password. So once you have changed the password in one place, then it is changing in every other place. Like we are going to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Teams, and then Microsoft Yama, and Microsoft any product, any Microsoft product, whatever we are going to use an official subscription, we are going to use the same email ID and the same password, which means that only one email ID to access all of the Microsoft products right now for us. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to see the left bar, and there we have a tab called subscription. I hope that's clear for everybody, right? So the left tab has a link called subscription in the left navigation. You click on the subscription, just click on the subscription. If you click on the subscription, then you must be taken to Office 365. I'm sorry, I am logged into my my faculty account for some reason. I will just log out and come back to you. Office, you will not receive this error, no problem, because I am right now with the faculty account. Sorry, I am right now with the, what is the password I said? VER, capital VER 30097. Okay. Yes. So now let me go to my account and then try to access the my account right now in the student account itself. Yes. Now I have student demo. Let me see the subscription now. Good. Is it taking to me faculty account now again? Yeah. No, it's actually faculty account it takes. So what I will do is actually to avoid these issues, I'm going to the incognito mode. I'm going to log in again. Outlook.office365.com. student.demo@smit.smu.edu.in. That's my email ID, and the password which is given from the institute is capital VUR 30097. That's yes. Now let me go ahead and then click on my account and see what happens. Good. Then later subscriptions. Under the subscriptions, now I am with student. Yes. So now I have student demo user. That's fine. I think you have already received, came to this place for sure. Is my Chrome has closed accidentally?
It's just a crash.
Yeah. No worry guys, we'll get to it. Just a small crash which has happened in my system because I am streaming from the same laptop as well as I am explaining to you in this same laptop. That's why it happens. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go to the incognito mode for me right now, and then going to log in into Outlook, and I'm going to tell you everything from the scratch. Don't know. Student.demo at smit.smu.edu. And then the password was VUR 33307. I guess. VUR 30097. Is that correct? VUR 30097. Good, cool. Right now I am in my with Outlook account. So what I'm going to my account. I'm going to my account, and that should take you to the myaccount.microsoft.com, and that's where I am right now. And I'm going to click on subscriptions. So by clicking on subscriptions, I should be able to see all my subscription plans. Yes. So now after you click on the subscriptions, so you must see a tab called licenses, right? So there are some tab called licenses. In that tab, you are actually having an Office 365 A1 for students. Office 365 A1 for students. So this have these many features for you in the account, which means let me go through one by one. So the common data service, which is right now you may not use it, I'm sure that, but your account is using it, and the education analytics also the account is using it, and then this Kaizla Pro is a chat app. Right now we will not use it, but in future. This whiteboard app is a whiteboard which is an official subscription version for you, which you can just take up a whiteboard and then take notes, or even actually you can form a group among yourself, and then if you want to discuss something, you can use that whiteboard and then use your stylus, or if you have a pad or something, you can use the writing pad and write it. One thing. Another one is Office mobile apps for Office 365. All the mobile apps for Office 365 is free for you, which means you can log in into your Office 365 mobile apps like Office 3, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, all of them in your mobile itself, and log in there so that all your online content are accessible there. That's all. Another one is a To-Do app, which is available for you as a free account, and then Azure Active Directory Basic for EDU, which is something which most of the CSE student or anybody who's like to work with data science will be is requiring that kind of Azure accounts. So you can just keep your data in the Azure, and then you can even do a lot of machine learning algorithms and other stuffs and all. That's it. Another one is School Data Sync, which you will not use it, which the institute is using to add your account to any of our teams indirectly. The other one is called Microsoft Stream. Microsoft Stream, you can consider this is a YouTube for Microsoft, which means all your lecture videos, all of them will be going to live in Microsoft Stream. So if you see any of the lecture video, then you will be seeing from the Microsoft Stream only. So there will be a channel formed for your classes. In fact, your faculties, your teachers will give you the link for that. In fact, it will be even there in the Microsoft Teams. So which we are going to configure right now. The next one is your access to the Microsoft Teams. So the Teams is a collaborative place where faculty can talk to you and you can talk to the faculties. You can listen to your lectures. You can clarify your doubts in the Teams. You can give your quizzes in the Teams. So you can even submit your assignments in the Teams. In fact, almost all of them which are going to be done in the semester is going to be completely through an app called some Microsoft Teams. That's what we are going to do today. That's what we are going to configure it today. The another one is Microsoft Staff Hub, which is not right now effective for you. But what you can do is you can create groups among yourself for doing your final year projects or any of the projects and work in a collaborative space. The another one is called as Flow for Office 365, which most of you will be definitely interested, which is called as a Power Automation. Most of them, if you want to send a mails to in a bulk, which you would like to when you are trying to organize a conference, when you are trying to organize an event in the institute, you would like to send an mail to all the students, or mail to all the invitees, mail to all the people who are outside from our institute, and that time you would like to use the Power Automation to do that job, because sending 1000 emails is not a so easy job right now in a day. So that helps you to do that. That's an official version is allowed for you. Another one is Power Apps, which you can just build Power Apps in your Office 365 account and then use it right now, just like that. You can just go ahead and look into that in the in online. There are a lot of things actually you can just, which means this is that you can consider this is a mobile app like Instagram, like Facebook. You can create your own Power Apps. And then Azure Rights Management, again, as I mentioned, this is a database management. You can always use that in your Office 365 account as well. Another one is Microsoft Forms, which means you can create forms like Google Forms. You must have heard it. So you can create forms like Google and you can circulate it, take a survey, you can give it for anybody, you can give the quizzes, you can conduct quizzes among yourself, you can practice anything you can do. Okay, guys, don't worry. Whenever there is a disconnection, I will stop myself and then let you listen the right from the place where you have lost your connection. Don't worry about it. Okay, so we have stopped at Microsoft Planner, which is an advanced version of To-Do app. You can use that as well. And the another one is called as a Sway app, which is for making your presentations looking very making your presentation looks like a website. So you can just use it for free. That's what this way says. Another one is the Yama for academic, which we will be discussing exclusively on the third day, which is an app to discuss all the subject related queries and any of the office related queries, which is Office 365 related queries. If you have a connection in your account, if you have a problem with your setting up your email, if you have problem with setting up your Microsoft desktop apps, etc. Another one is Office for Web Education, which is equivalent to the Microsoft PowerPoint, Excel, and online version. So if you see an Office version here, if you see the Office 365 and launch Excel, then you must be able to go to your Excel like this, right? So this is an online Excel. So you can just create a new workbook and then work on this here. So that's what most powerful thing actually happens here in the Microsoft account. So right now it's in Excel, which is written right now in the online. Okay, fine. That is there. Similarly, you have your Word, you have your PowerPoint, so you can collaboratively work with your students, work with your friends for any group projects or for any group presentations, etc. Another one is you have a Skype for business plan. So you have a Skype for business plan, and you have a SharePoint plan for one SharePoint plan one for EDU. SharePoint is something like you have your OneDrive, right? So like that, all your Microsoft Teams files will be shared in some place called SharePoint. So you have a place to hold it. That's what it means. Another one is called as Exchange Online for Plan 1, which is again same thing similar to the Microsoft Office. So you have your Exchange plan, which means you can send a bulk payments. That's what it actually literally means. These things. Apart from this, you also have a business plan of OneDrive. So I think almost some of you would have already heard about OneDrive. So you can have OneDrive as a full-fledged plan. Okay. So I think that's just a small overview of what is the number of subscription which you have right now. But you have tremendous amount of such kind of subscriptions. In fact, more than what you are right now seeing it. You will just when you just explore it, then you will come to know what are the other options which you are actually having it right now in your Office 365 account. So that's a huge benefit for any student who are there in SMIT. So if you are a part of SMIT family, then you have access to all of these apps. You have access to MS Teams, you have access to so many different apps. So what we are going to do right now here is we are going to configure our MS Team for our account. So in a moment, Kiran sir will be sending you the link Kiran sir will be sending you the team code. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wait for the MS Team. Before I'm configuring this app in the desktop version, you can even do it. So you can just download the desktop version and then do it. Otherwise, what you can do is you can just type teams.microsoft.com. So what I type teams.microsoft.com. You type teams.microsoft.com, or you can just go to the place where I have told you just a couple of 5 minutes ago that you can download the desktop version and try to log in from there. That's also possible. Or you can, suppose if you do not have that version, then you can just visit this website called teams.microsoft.com, which is going to give the exactly similar feature, which is similar to the desktop version. So I'm just going to click on the teams.microsoft.com, and I'm going to wait for the team code from Kiran sir. In fact, so you just visit this teams.microsoft.com, and you can see that once you visit this, you will see that get Windows app, or you can just log in your website web app itself. So it will take a moment for first time. Yes, sir. This one. Okay, so this asks me to check up all these things and all. So since I'm in the incognito mode, the allowing third-party cookies are required. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my MS Office, MS Teams app right now here. So once you have installed the app, which we usually recommended, you just type Teams. Then you must see this Microsoft Teams app here, right? Microsoft Teams. Open Microsoft Teams. That's a instruction actually. You would have downloaded it and then installed it. Open the Microsoft Teams installed version, or you can visit this website here and then you should be able to log in from here. That's also possible. Let me check any cookies. That's fine. Okay. Oh, let me check whether is there any blocked cookies for me. No. So nice. Okay. So it opened my Microsoft Teams account right now here for me. Now, once you open the Microsoft Teams, it will ask you to type your account. It will ask you to type your Teams account. So I'm going to give a 5 minutes break right now to reach this stage. Once you reach this stage, we are going to start it again. So I'm going to give a 5 minutes counter to do that. So what we are going to do here, we're going to wait for 5 minutes here, and let me put a counter here. Right. That's a 2 minutes counter. Why don't I put 5 minutes for you? Muted, no? Okay, so I think now you are able to hear me right now. I'm sorry, I forgot to unmute my phone. So once you have done this process, I think that's more easy for you. You just type your email ID and then password. Once you type your email ID and password, then you will receive a page where you will be asked that you are wanted to use your email ID as a work or home, work or office account or personal email ID. So, but I wanted to use it as a work or school account because that's a school account for you. That's an official email account for you. Okay, so let's go and actually click on this allow my organization to manage my device. Make sure that if you click on this, otherwise some of the features will not be able to control from our side for you. So just click on OK. Once you click on OK, that should set up the account for you. So I'm just waiting for the account to be set it up. Yeah, that's all. So you're all set. We have added your account successfully. Now you have access to our organization's apps and services, right? So that message should come. So once that's done, then you click on done. That's all. Once that is okay, once that is over, then you will be taken to the Microsoft Teams account.
Just run through the process once again. Some of them missed it in videos.
Okay, so that's our Teams app. So I can just maximize it to show you that how it looks. Don't worry, I will be doing it again one more time. But for the first time when you are setting up, it will ask you some couple of questions. But when I already logged in for the second time, then it will take a moment. Do not worry about it. The links whichever has been given to you is going to be available for you right now until for the next 5 days. So anytime you want to revise back, anytime you want to come back and see the procedure what I have done, if that is not clear to you or you want to reconfigure it again, what you can do, you can just go back to your YouTube, go back to the link whichever we have provided to you, and then see the videos again, and then set the configuration. That's all. So now this again, as like every Microsoft product, there is a tour. You can just go ahead and click on next, or you can even click on it and then cancel it. That's what you can do. So I think that's fine, right? So once that is done, this is your Teams account. This is your Teams account right now. Okay. Once you set up the Teams, anyway, I'm just going to go ahead with this because assuming the fact that your video right now, whatever I'm doing here, is also going to be available for you for the next 5 days. So you can just configure it even in the afternoon. So I'm going ahead and configuring my account for you. In fact, I'm configuring my student account. So what you can do is, so not supposed to be. It's all good. Going on well. Is this still echoing for somebody? Or should I reduce a little bit volume? So why don't I reduce a little bit volume? So I think now it's not hitting my red zone. So now it should be fine for everybody. Yeah. Good. So now I think it's fine. The audio is good, I guess. Okay. So let's again configure this. Let's come back to the Teams. So Microsoft Teams is this. Now you have your chat box here. So here you can type any student and then chat with the students. So there's a chat box account here. It's like WhatsApp. You can just type anybody and then chat here. In fact, this is an advanced level of WhatsApp. You can say you have your box here and you can type your messages completely and configure it with all the options available here, and then send it to any faculty or any student out inside the organization. So it's actually for our organizations. Anybody who is inside the SMU, in fact Sikkim Manipal University itself, you can have a conversation with them. That's actually for the chat. So right now it is empty for me because I haven't made any conversation right now. If I suppose would like to type Kiran.s, which is the person sitting right next to me, who's acting as a teacher right now. So if I search, then you can see that his email ID is showing up here. So you have access to the email IDs of all the faculties over here as well. So just by typing their name. So you can click on that. Then now you can send this message to him. So let's say, for example, I would send a message to him, sir, actually, like, dear sir, this is David, student. Let's say suppose I write it like this, then the chats are actually going to this person. Suppose if you want to make a call also to that person, you can just click on this button over here, an audio call, and you can even actually make a video call from here, and then you can even share your screen and then tell that, sir, I have this issue, can you kindly look into that issue. So these are very useful when you are doing your project, in fact. Okay. So the next option is actually called as Teams. So that's it's a small overview. In fact, actually, your sir would reply to you back after a moment, actually, when he sees this message, and immediately actually he will reply to you. The next thing actually is called as Teams, which is what we wanted. So what we have to do is every single class, every single section will have a team. Every single subject will have a team, in fact. So if you have 6 papers in your first years, then all the 6 papers will have 6 different teams, and for 6 different teams, teachers will be there, 6 different teachers are there, and then all the materials, all the video lectures, everything is going to be there. So now what we will do is, once you click on this teams, then what you have is here is there is a place called create a new team and join a team with code. If you want to create a team with your students, then you can do it right now. Don't do that option right now. So what we will do is actually we will join a team, because right now we are in the process of joining a team with the team code which has been given by Kiran sir. So what you can do, you can just go ahead and type the team code which is being given by Kiran sir in your mail. So every faculty will circulate this code either through the SMS or through the email or through the somebody called a class representative. So somehow you will get the team code. Through that team code you will have to join a team. So let's say it's like my team code is. Let me check where the team code is. Okay, so my student account is having that. Let me check where is that. Okay, so my account. If I see my email, outlook.office365, then see, I have a code from Kiran Sriram, which is a faculty for us right now. So if I click on that code, if I click on that mail, then that should show me the code. So this is my code right now. So I can just copy this. If anybody did not get this mail, make sure that you copy it from here, or you can just type it from here. So this is same for everybody right now. Remember, this code will be different when you are joining a new team for your classes. So your class teachers, your class coordinators will be giving you a different team code. So use your team code to join the team. Now what I am going to do is, I am just going to grab all of them and then right click and then copy. So after that, I am going to go to my teams and I am going to right click again and then paste it. I think Control V should work. Yeah. So now I have pasted my team code. Is that okay? Once you pasted that team code, then you have to click on the join team. So click on join team. That's cool. So I think almost all of them have joined the team. Right? That's so cool. Yeah. So you click on join team, then you are part of a team right now. So now look at this. Actually, the team name is something like SMIT Interaction Program Group 1, right? So you are all part of a group 1 right now. So you join the team. The team has multiple features that we will discuss in a separate session. So today's agenda was actually bringing you to a team. So next announcement will be done in the teams itself. Like you have to join the team so that everybody can get into the teams, and any announcement will be given in this team. There is something called channels over here, which is a general channel, and then another one is called as a week 1 here, right? So I could see that here. In fact, you also must be able to see that here. So the general channel is for general issues, like any announcements will go in the general channel, an assignment notification will go into the general channel, quiz notification will go to the general channel, timetable for any exams will go to the general channel, any instructions will go to the general channel. This is the channel, whichever is there in the website is called as the channel. The other one is actually is week 1. Week 1 is dedicated to the lectures which is going to be conducted in week 1. All the faculties in SMIT is going to follow the same structure for every student. So what's going to happen here is every faculty will have a general channel to discuss with you, to talk to you, to give an information, to instruct you for anything. But when you comes to the channel called week 1, then in that week 1, all the faculties will be discussing the first week's lectures only for that subject right now. Okay, so this is how it is. You can even actually chat with them, you can even post your queries, you can even ask them for any changes, you can even request them for any other new things. That's what actually we can do it, right? Okay. Maybe what I will do is I will wait for some other people actually to join. Right now, I was the person actually who joined recently. I expect all of you to join this team. So please join the team. If you forgot the team code, I would remind you. In fact, actually, if you did not get the team code, this is the team code which has been given by Kiran sir. Okay. So this team code is same for the class, but not across the class. So for your team means for your class, for your one of the subject, the team code must be same. So the team code right now here is 4QKBS0M. It's not O, it's 0. 0 and then M. 4QKBS0 and then M. Just click on it. So if you use this team code, you can copy this or you can even type it 4QKBS and then 0 and then M. So these are the team code. You have to go here and then in the teams, just click on the teams for double time. I'm not coming here. Yeah. Kiran sir is saying almost 60 people have already joined. We are waiting for more because in YouTube we are seeing more than 100 students. So please join the team. If you double click it, it should be able to take you to the all the teams which you are part of it. I think right now actually I am the only I am part of the only one team. You can even actually join or create a team here. So if you click on this, you must see this place where you type the code which is given to you right now. So for me, the code given to me is, let me keep it here, that is 4QKBS. Let me type it for you. 4QKBS and then 0M is KBS 0M. So that's 0 and then M. Now click on join. I'm already part of the team, so that will definitely take me to the team. That's all. Okay, great. So one by one, you guys are joining, I'm sure. Don't worry, in the next of the sessions, in the rest of the 4-day sessions, what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick to our teams and then discuss what we can do or what we're supposed to do. What are the do's and don'ts among the teams, right? Oh, I see some messages in week 1 as well. Okay. If you want to do something, if you want to chat something, so please post the messages in the general channel. The week 1 channel is usually for uh, only the lectures related to the week 1 and the discussion related to that lectures. That's all. So if you want to talk to Kiran sir, then you will have to post a message in the general channel, or you can directly, you know that you can directly give him a message, right? So you can directly chat him. As already I have told you, this is an educational institute. We strictly follow the discipline. The discipline for any student is very, very, very important. So, whenever we find some nonsense and nuisance comments in your team's channel, all the records are be there. So, once you join the institution, you will be definitely punished. So, please don't do that. So your comments, your letters, your words, whatever you are typing is most important, and please drop a message in the general channel. There is no harm provided you maintain your dignity. The SMIT is a family here, right? So we are all family. We don't talk to each other in our family in a nonsense way. So please make sure that actually you keep your words very polite, you keep your words very genuine, and you keep your words very, very dignified. That's what we want. So please don't post anything in the week 1 channel, because as I already mentioned, the week 1 channel is solely for the lectures. So lectures which is even actually corresponding to only the first week. So for the second week, the sir will definitely actually create one more channel for that for the second week. That's what we're going to do. In the next session, what we will do is we will have a small lecture kind of thing, and then actually we will do that. What we will do right now is Kiran sir is actually going to post a form here in the week 1 channel. So in the week 1 right now, let's assume that let's have 5 days, and then we have 5 different days, means actually 5 different weeks, let's say something like that. So today is the first week, right? Today is the first week. First week actually you have to answer some survey. What you have learned in the first one and a half hour. So this 1.5 hour, whatever you have learned, you're gonna answer it in a quiz paper. So that quiz link will be posted in the week 1 channel. So I request all of you to kindly give that quiz in that week 1 channel. It will take a couple of minutes. Just wait for the message from Kiran sir, who will be giving you the link for that channel. So for all of these sessions, for all of this 5-day session, Mr. Kiran Sriram will be the teacher for you for all of these sessions right now. So any messages which is coming from you, which is coming from him, is from a teacher. You can consider that. Any messages which is coming from me, you can consider that your fellow student, so your fellow friend. So I will be your friend and then telling you that actually what you have to do in the class. That's what we're going to do, right? Okay. You can right now actually you have your own flexibility and freedom to fiddle with anything in this group. There is no harm in doing that. As I already mentioned, your dignity has to be maintained for sure. If your dignity has not been maintained, then we will have to take an action against you, because we don't need a single drop of poison to spoil the complete family. So please make sure that you keep your words and keep your discussions, keep your chats, everything is pretty clean and neat. So you are free to yes. So the sir is actually posting the quiz. I am just waiting eagerly to give the quiz. So I am also going to give the quiz right now with you.
Week 1.
Yes. So in the week 1. As I have already mentioned, please don't put any messages in the week 1. So the quiz has started right now. So sir has given the link here. You must be able to see it in your Microsoft Teams under the channel week 1. Make sure that if you are not in the channel general, you are in the channel, whereas you are in the channel of week 1. So come to the week 1 and then click on this quiz. Then that must take you to a browser. Let's see what it happens. So now that has taken to me a browser and that is asking me to sign in my account. So you know that your account. So my account right now as a student is student.demo. So let me click on this student.demo and I'm going to log in with my password. I am sure that password is BUR30067. Huh?
Go ahead, go ahead.
That's fine. What's my password? Yeah. Let me sign in. Remember, any quiz, whatever you are doing, whatever the faculty has been circulated to you, you need the quiz to be answered means you need your institute email ID. Your personal email ID won't work. All the institute every time you have an institute email ID, you should remember your password. Your password and your email ID should help you to give any quiz, should help you to give any sessional examination, should help you to give any survey, should help you to give any kind of information collection from you. So you need your institute email ID.
The instructions is the password.
Let me instruct the, let me give you the instruction again. So what you have to do, what we have done right now here is, I have just clicked on the link which is being given by the Kiran sir and then tried to give the quiz. Then what it was asking is, and my institute email ID and the password. So you should remember your institute email ID and the password to give any of the quiz, to communicate anything with any of the faculty over here. In fact, to do any single work, any sort of work in the institute, you need your school account, which is the Office 365 official email ID. That's what we are going to do. So why don't you go and give it the quiz right now? I'm not going to give the quiz right now with you because for obvious reasons, I can just click on anything. Right? So you just click on whatever the answers you feel is correct. It's the questions are very simple, which has been actually given asked from whatever has been covered in this first 1 hour. So take your time, give your quiz, and then submit it. That's all we're gonna do, right? So that comes to the end of this today's session. I would like to thank all of the people who are part of this program. In fact, I am very happy that I have met you. I'm very happy that you all people actually take your time and then spend your time with us to learn something new. In fact, to get into the SMIT family. So it was just an initial step which you just to get into the SMIT family. So we would welcome you with a lot of ample amount of apps and free subscriptions, and of course we would like to give you more instructions on how to you go about it. So we are here right now. Right now, in the next 5 days, in fact, the next 5 days, me and Kiran sir will be helping you out to set up everything for you to proceed further. The next session for this will start on 10:30 a.m. On Monday. So coming Monday, 10:30 a.m. again we'll have a next session. So in that we will go over Microsoft Teams in depth. So I have already given you the timetable. You can even actually use the timetable. You can reach out to us using the Teams whichever we have given to you right now. I would like to say already I told you that the WhatsApp group which has been created is only for today's session. So we're gonna delete that WhatsApp group right now because of the fact that we want you to come back to Microsoft Teams and then chat with us in this Teams. So we will expect your chats, we will expect your queries and relators, everything in there. Any personal questions, any personal queries has to be mailed us or told to or text to us personally. If you want to chat with me, then my email ID is David. I am actually David Raj Michael. Just actually type David Raj Michael. If you type David Raj Michael, that's me right now, who's sitting and then chatting with you. So that's David Raj Michael. I'm also an assistant professor over here, like Kiran sir. You can just click on this, and then that opens my chat account. So this is my chat account. So you can just text me here. So hi sir, I have some queries. You can just put your queries over here, and I will be very happy to answer your queries for this session. As I've already told you, the session related queries for these next 5 days will be answered from our buyers. You can chat with Kiran sir, you can chat with me, and you can even actually post a query in the general channel if it is a public query. If it is a private query, I am very welcoming you to post your questions to us through Teams. I think that's clear. Thank you so much for being part of it. We are welcoming you for the SMIT family. Let's see you in the next session. After this 5 day session, there will be another session which is will be starting on August 1st or 2nd. The session timetable will be communicated to you in the SMS, in fact your phone SMS, and also to the Teams. So in the Teams actually whatever we have right now will be maintained for some time, and finally we will delete it before you go to the next sessions. Thank you so much. I like to thank Kiran sir as well for assisting me in this session. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next session. I'm going to stop my streaming. Thank you all. Have a good day. Please wear the mask whenever you are going outside. Please do wear the mask. Stay safe. Thank you.